Yeah, I'll start by saying, um, I appreciate everybody that made that a special environment tonight. The crowd gave us a huge lift tonight. Like the energy in the building was significant, and I appreciate that because I think they came out for Day Thomas, and he's what college athletics is all about. He could have left here. He could have looked for the more money or the next thing, and he just wanted to be at Cincinnati and be a part of this transition into the Big 12. And so I really appreciate how people came out to celebrate him tonight and our seniors. That meant the world to me. I felt more pressure to coach tonight than can remember ever feeling because I wanted us to win for him so badly. I told the guys I had to calm down a little bit. I wanted it too bad, type of thing. But I thought the energy in the building was just awesome and significant, and I'm glad that we got that win for our seniors and obviously for Day. Our defensive intensity was significant tonight, especially to start the game. I had us for share. I can scream.
We can hear you.
That's going to cause a problem. Is yours working?
No.
We lost everything.
I'm louder than you, though.
Is that better?
It's on, they'll pick it up, coach.
It's working?
They'll pick it up.
Okay, as long as I keep going. Our defensive energy was significant. We chart deflections, and our goal's 15 and a half. We had 21 at halftime. I thought our defense led to offense. Jalen Celestine, he's a special player. I gained so much respect for him in the scouting process, and after coaching against him tonight, he's competitive on both ends. He played till the last whistle. I was very impressed with him, but I thought Jalen Celestine was terrific on him. And I thought one of the best, probably the best defensive game he's had. But I thought as a team, we were very, very good defensively there early, and I was really proud of that.
Day, when you think about your senior night, was that what it looked like in your head?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to give a shout out to the fans and the student session. They showed mad love. And I'm going to miss Sissy, man. I remember when I first got here, these two right here. I'm going to miss these guys, man.
Wes, year three with both of these two, obviously different journeys, but what have these last 3 years been like for you personally with these two next to you?
I don't have the ability to answer that question adequately in a press conference. They're what coaching's about, like the old school way. And what I said about Day, I could say about Jizzle. He just stuck with it and wanted to be here. We've been through a lot together, a lot of adversity together, and again, that's the most rewarding part of coaching is to do that with young people and watch them grow up and feel like your program's helping them in their growth process, and that as a coach, you're a part of that in some small way. But no, we've been through a bunch, and they're starting to play better basketball more consistently, not just individually as a team. And when they both came here, we were going into the Big 12, and that was the vision, to be able to put together game after game, night after night. We've been able to do that for a short time here, and we got another opportunity on Saturday.
Coach, you've won multiple games in different ways offensively. You've had games where it seems like Baba and Mustafa are kind of carrying, and then you had, I think, 5 double-figure scores tonight. Assist to field goal made numbers are really good. How rewarding is it that this offensive input isn't really just guys getting hot, making a ton of shots? It's like the offense is actually really cohesive and actually has been very, very good.
Well, the rewarding part is the guys, the players, they get to feel the reward because they've been so consistent all year. I think you stand up here and you say that over and over again when you had some bad results, and people look at you like they think you're just giving lines. But these guys have come in the gym the next day, no matter what happened the day before, with the mentality to get better, with very little exception. They've stayed together. They've believed in what we're doing. So for them to get that reward is what's rewarding for me. I think people keep asking, like whether it was on ESPN there, the radio, and here, people go, what's the difference? And it's like, well, I was convinced in the spring, we worked our butts off to put together a bona fide Big 12 roster that was put together the right way. And I was convinced we did that. The roster never really got a chance to take shape. And it still is not totally right. I mean, we didn't have Jizzle till Christmas, right? Jalen Celestine got here in a week after he got here, he was shut down until October. So when he was playing early, he was on minute restrictions, could barely practice. Tyler McKinley's been in and out all year. I mean, we had a stretch, we had no Baba, no JC, no Jizzle we've never had that continuity early on. We finally have gotten that, and I think has as much to do with getting the nucleus that can play together day after day over 7-8 week period. That has as much to do with success as anything. They've been consistent every day. We just got a chance to work together every day with the right guys.
Considering what you've been through, could you have drawn this up any better on senior night? Every one of your guys hit shots. He gets his name chanted. You get Derbyshire in the game. You get him out for a standing ovation. I mean, this is like a movie script.
Well, for me, the most important thing tonight was that we played basketball the right way and won the game, and that's all I really cared about. And I knew if we did that, we'd honor Day the right way. So all that other stuff is great, but to me, it's about playing basketball the right way and winning basketball games in the Big 12. Big 12 games are very difficult to win. We got to win tonight. I'm proud of that. The only thing I'm going to think about when I leave this is what do we got to do to get ready for the next one, because we have another one on the road, I think, in 2 or 3 days.
Jizzle, you hear Coach Miller speak about the adversity you guys have been through. Obviously, last week, Coach Gordon and Coach Marlin were able to come up for Orlando there. You hit 1,000 points tonight. How special was that moment to have them in Cincinnati last week?
It was a great moment. See my high school coach, it just brought back a lot of memories. He wore my high school jersey, and just know that the love is always there. I got people supporting me, and I was just glad he came.
Wes, you talked about Day and Jizzle, but before the game, did you know how you were going to react when Day got called out to the crowd and you got to see it yourself?
Again, I'm so appreciative of the people that showed up for Day tonight and showed up early. Like how cool was that to have the building full early, to give him the recognition he deserved, and our senior managers and our other seniors. So that was really special. The thing that I don't think people understand is how close these two are. We're all close, but their relationship is really special, and they have nicknames for each other, and it's really complicated with nicknames. He calls him 2, and he calls him 1, and that is like, that's real complex here, but that's really special, the relationship they have.
Day, obviously a big career here over the last 3 years, a lot of great moments. Where does tonight rank in those moments, and what's your favorite moment as your career ended tonight?
Really this night, just, all the fans showing love tonight, just playing my last home game here with one of the best coaches. And, me and just got here at the same time, so just playing my last home game with y'all, it just kind of got me emotional and happy, so.
You've been very emotional speaking about Wes. What's your guys' relationship like, and how deep does that bond go for you guys?
Man, that goes back to when I first got here, and just us just bonding off the court, just him holding me accountable, making sure I'm good and everything. So our bond goes way back, man. I appreciate this guy a lot, for real.
It goes back to like Wingstop, Kilgore, Texas. We finally got this guy to learn how to be on time. that was a process. But the only thing he ever didn't do well was show up on time. I couldn't figure that out. But yeah, his JUCO. We go back. It's been special, and it ain't over yet.
Wes, both AJ DeBonza and Kevin Young mentioned the size and skill of Baba and Mustafa, giving them a lot of fits tonight combined with the shooters around them. How much has playing through those two helped elevate this offense and get open looks for these two guys next to you as well as Jalen?
Yeah, Baba first. I think he's had just such a terrific year to date. And he's never had a consistent year like this in college. But I think he started the year off with effort stuff, running the floor, defensive intensity and rebounding on offense and defense. And then as the years progressed, he's maintained that, but he's become a playmaker. And I think that's made us very different offensively as he's emerged into this role where you can play through him in pick and roll, you can play through him in isolation, you can play through him through the post, and then he's a terrific cutter off the ball and his shots coming around. So, I think as he's evolved as a playmaker, it's been like these two have had to fight so hard for the time they've been here to get good looks, right? They've had to go create them for themselves and others. Now Baba's out there and he's creating shots for them. And they haven't had that opportunity until here recently, so they're playing better. Mustafa, the same thing in a different way. He's a guy we can throw it to on the box, and he can go get a basket. And then he's forcing double teams, and that's allowing us to start rotations through him. And he's doing other than the turnover tonight, he's doing a really nice job lately of getting out of the double team and giving these guys opportunities to play with advantages. So the evolution of the front court with those two throughout the year has been significant for our offensive success, and it's made it easier on these guys.
A few more. Start with Jason in the back.
Coach, a lot of credit to you for turning this thing around, and it just looks like Cincinnati basketball in the past month or so, or like several weeks. The outside world's now talking about the Bearcats being the NCAA tournament bubble team. Are you guys allowing yourselves to talk about that? Think about it? Is it become a topic among you guys in the locker room?
We talked about it a week ago or so, I think after the Kansas game, because I knew that would create, some of the NCAA tournament talk, and we agreed as a team that we weren't going to get caught up in the things that are put out there for clicks and for interest. And I have no problem. People, they talk about the NCAA tournament bubble in January now. I mean, when I played, they didn't start talking about it till about right now. And they do that because it generates interest, and I love that people are interested in college basketball, but I'm not going to participate in that, and I don't want our team to. The only thing that we're doing is trying to win the next day. And I do believe in my heart, when it's all said and done, we'll play in the NCAA tournament, but we're not putting pressure on ourselves that we have to win this game or not. We're just trying to win the next day, have joy playing the game, have joy competing. And we did talk about that a week and a half ago, and I think these guys have done a good job not getting caught up in all that crap.
But you talked at the beginning about Jalen and his defense on AJ. I guess when you were scouting AJ, what stood out to you? But in terms of what you have to do to take him out of his rhythm, what do you think Jalen did so well to do that?
This is how good he is. You're sitting here talking about a good job we did, and you got 23 and 6, and 6 rebounds. Okay, so that's a great player. But I think the first thing when you're watching tape, he's going to make some tough shots. There's no way around it. He can shoot over the top. He can get to his spots, and they do a lot of creative stuff to get him in the right positions. We weren't going to get caught up in him making the tough ones. We wanted to keep him off the foul line, and we didn't do a great job of that in the second half, but that's something we talked about a lot. We wanted to make sure everything went over the top of us. I thought for the most part tonight we did a good job of that till really late. So again, trying to keep it in front. We're okay if he makes tough ones over the top and keep him off the foul line and keep him out of transition on the offensive board. That was the key for us. But you're going to look down and he's going to get 23. You're trying to hope to keep him getting 43, and that type of thing. But he's a terrific player. I think everybody in our locker room has respect. And again, I thought not just Jalen, but our team did a nice job of making it a more difficult night for a good player.
Last one, Jed.
Over the last maybe 5 minutes of the first half and first 5 minutes of the second half, there were some moments of adversity. How proud are you of your team that they didn't get caught up in, maybe a whistle that didn't go their way or some things that they didn't let it unravel, so to speak.
They did. They handled it better than me when Buck dove on the loose ball, and no, I'm proud of it. We've grown up a lot there. This group's edgy and competitive, but we've had to learn how to be mature and just play the next play and not get caught up in that stuff. And we've grown a lot, and we still have some growing to do. But I thought we did a nice job of that tonight as a team. Maybe they did better than I did, and that's pretty good.
Thanks, guys.